PowerPoint, but it's my great pleasure to introduce Elizabeth Cameron today, who's the first PhD student to almost get all the way through the pursuit of her PhD, pending examination from her committee this afternoon. Liz goes by many names to those of you around the department. In the lab, we've done for Liz. Socially and throughout the department, she also goes by the name of E. I think Zach Abbott in the Swanson Labs made up many more names. Too numerous to list here. So I thought I'd give you just a little bit of introduction from where Liz hails. So she grew up in the state of Minnesota in a town called Minnetonka. So here's Liz, here's Minnetonka. A town that's well known for making finely crafted moccasins. It's also well known, or at least becoming well known, for making well-trained microbiology and immunology students. Nicole Brokema is also from the same town as Liz, a recent graduate from the department. So they're doing something well in Minnetonka to train good young scientists. And I think you can tell a lot from a place where someone comes from the college mascot. So after high school, Liz left the University of Minnesota, whose college mascot is the Gopher, and went to the University of Wisconsin in Madison. A slightly more stern logo, the Bucky the Badger, and made the drive from Minnesota to Wisconsin, 274 miles, and did quite well there as an undergrad, as you can see in the program flyer. Liz came here to Ann Arbor with 3 co-author publications from her undergraduate work, so an exceptional feat at even an early point in her career. There is a rumor, somewhat unsubstantiated, that during her time at the University of Wisconsin, Liz was active in the live-action role-playing. Until now, we haven't been able to substantiate that until this footage from a post-Renaissance festival party emerged, and you can't really see her there, but if you zoom in, hiding somewhere in the crowd. That's an inside joke. I don't think Liz was actually doing too much medieval role playing. So after graduating from the University of Wisconsin, Liz, of course, came here to pursue her PhD. We have a slightly more stern college mascot. She traveled a similar distance, a little bit more this time, of 391 miles, steadily on a southeast trajectory through her travels. Concomitantly with that college mascot change, Liz may have altered her attitude a little bit as well. Become a little bit more grittier, a little bit more fierce. And so the point of her presentation today is to tell you all about the things that she thinks about when she's here on this campus. Some of these are pictures from her presentation, all the science that she'll tell you about. But she's led a remarkably balanced life outside of the lab, and also has gained many friends here. And so I think she equally likes to think about her community friends, many of you who've been able to join us here today, and pursued all of the other things that are important to being in graduate school, such as singing, some dancing, furry suits, meeting famous people. So this is a particularly cool picture in that you recognize Nicole and Alex Schubert and Liz, of course. This is my graduate advisor, Peggy Goodrich-Blair, from the University of Wisconsin, and this was at the ASM Beneficial Microbes meeting 2 years ago. I got to take a picture on this one with 4 of them. We're standing with Billy Gibbons, who's the lead guitarist and vocalist from ZZ Top, who happened to be dining at the same restaurant as us in San Antonio that evening. She's also subjected herself to some aspects of self-torture. She is with Joe Sackler, who seems to be in a lot of pain, and Liz seems to be impervious to the fact that her hand in a bucket of ice, so maybe preparing herself for the torturous journey through the remainder of graduate school. And also unsubstantiated, she may have joined a Snuggie cult that only wears these garments. And so she's not going to quite leave us yet. She's going to stick around for a few months and finish up some work and continue to excel at the University of Michigan. But pending her departure, she's planning on making a much longer journey from Ann Arbor down to Dallas, Texas, about 10 times longer than some of her previous ones. And college mascots just get a lot weirder down there. hopefully Liz will stay herself. And so it's my pleasure to introduce Liz. And I should point out that her family's been able to make the trip. Her mom, Lorraine, her sister, Shannon, her father, Brian, her stepmom, Sheila, and of course, many of you know Jamie, Liz's husband, are all here in attendance. And I just kind of wanted to end by saying what a great privilege it has been over the last 4.5 to 5 years to see Liz mature from an incoming PhD student to someone who's leaving as a well-rounded complete scientist, really pursued a multidisciplinary project, really learned to ask challenging questions. One of the points that you won't see today in her highly polished presentation is that her project has collapsed at least 3 times throughout the course of graduate school. And I think a mark of an excellent scientist is not how one deals with success, but how one deals with those sometimes catastrophic failures, rebuilds their model, rebuilds their hypothesis, and gets right back on the next day and keeps going. So Liz has fulfilled that multiple times. And with that, I'll turn it over to Liz to tell you about her thesis. Which is titled Multifunctional Starch Binding Proteins Adapt to Human Symbiont for Nutrient Competition.
Okay, can everybody hear me? Thank you, Eric, for that very nice introduction. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. I'm really excited to share the work that I've done over the past 4 or 5 years in Eric's lab. I think it's turned into a really nice story, so hopefully you agree. Like Eric said, I'll be talking about starch-binding proteins that adapt to human gut symbiont for nutrient acquisition in the gut. So my work focuses on the human gut microbiome.